everyone, today we're taking a look at Adventure Time Card Wars. Adventure Time is a series that I've always wanted to get into and never really have, but I find the art hilarious and the humor usually pretty funny. So let's take a look and see how this joke in a cartoon gone big plays on iOS. Card Wars can certainly be played as a card game, but there's a lot of elements to add into this iOS version which make it, not seem like it's really possible, but Cryptozoic has made a card game version, so there definitely is the ability to do that. So as you can see here, as they explain the instructions underneath me, you have a hand of cards, and you also have a hero that has a special ability. You play these cards onto the field. They have different land types, as you can see, and the cards must be played into a lane of the same type. So here we have a corn creature, and it must be played into a corn landscape field. Combat happens each turn, like most lane-based games. One wrinkle here, though, is that you actually kind of have a control over combat. So, at least in the iOS version, I don't know how the Cryptozoic version plays, there's actually a spinner that you can stop. And if you stop the spinner in the green area, then you avoid the attack. You can also even counter the attack if you get lucky. Underneath this $4 card game is almost every free-to-play feature you can imagine. As you can see, there's a path, and so far the game seems to be solely single-player. And the games are actually interesting and fun. Don't get me wrong, I really actually enjoy it. But as you can see, there's a lot of free-to-play elements. There's a life counter, which is how much you can play in a given time. You level up your characters. You unlock cards at pretty expensive cost per card. And all of it kind of goes that way. Now, the experience so far seems fun, and there seems no reason to purchase anything. But it is strange that it's in there in such a blatant way, in my opinion. These features seem strange to me, not that they totally affect the gameplay, but that they seem to mar what seems like a really well-constructed game. I think the game could flow on its own. You could gain abilities, you could gain cards, you could gain currency that even allow you to do things, just like in an RPG where you have to manage your currency. But here, it's been muddied by the ability to buy that currency and kind of cheat your way through. And so the question becomes, well, do I ever need to do that in order to succeed? And that's a question I haven't been able to answer yet. So, free-to-play features aside, the look of this game is really amazing. I like the animation, I like the humor. It seems to be funny without it being too crass for my taste. If you are an Adventure Time fan, this is definitely a game for you. The whole Adventure Time aesthetic is here, along with jokes that you'll know from the show, like the Floop the Pig, of course, is here, which hopefully I've gotten a clip somewhere. But definitely, this is one worth checking out if you're an Adventure Time fan. Now, is this a great game of its own merit? I think the lane-based mechanic, again, is not one that I totally like, but I think that it's fun here, it's very light here. You have the ability to control whether you succeed or fail in combat based on a dexterity mechanic, so it's a lot different than just your standard lane-based card game. And maybe will annoy strategy fans because of those elements, but definitely is fun in a sort of a light, fluffy way, and something that I keep coming back to in spite of myself. Taking a wider look at the types of licensed card games we received on iOS, it's definitely been a mixed bag. There was the Assassin's Creed game, which I thought was excellent. There's been many other games that are just simple cash-ins where you just roll a die and get cards. I think this is definitely closer to Assassin's Creed in terms of the amount of quality that is being done here. I think that this is a good example of how a license can be used to have some fun, but also be able to deliver some great gameplay. Again, I think there's some questionable choices about the way they've used free-to-play, and the gameplay, again, really comes down to some dexterity elements rather than your strategic skill, but it seems to match the goofiness of the show and the kind of wildness of the card game in that show, so I definitely think it's worth checking out. There's going to be division in opinions on this game. I think that if you're looking for something light and fluffy, you like Adventure Time, or you like quirky humor, this is definitely for you. If you want something highly strategic and are immediately put off by in-app purchases, then this definitely is one to avoid. So, again, your mileage may vary.